Aquaba. I'm back with my Aquaba energy. Super excited. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of teaching this year. And today I want to talk about something significant. There's something that happens that every single one of us is connected to this, whether you want to like it or not, whether you want to appreciate it or not, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking about today, your belief system don't matter. What you believe in doesn't apply to this principle, because you can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be Hindu, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. This energy that I'm talking about would shut your belief system down. This doesn't care about your belief system. Anyway, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the throne energy. The throne energy. If you are from this side of the world, if you are from the continent, Africa, what they call it, and you're definitely from a village. Every single one of us from the continent is connected to a village. And it doesn't matter whether you believe this or not, you are connected to the village. So your belief system is not working here. And if you are connected to a village, what it means is that back in the days, we're going back into time, right? Before a village is settled or before a community is settled, you needed three things. You needed land, you needed to have land, you needed to have a place of burial, a cemetery, a place you can bury your people, and you needed a throne. Without these three things, you cannot have a village. You cannot call yourself, I've settled or I've put together a village. You cannot do that. So, every single one of us from the continent, connected to the continent, is connected to a village that was settled by an elder. So usually, if the elder is the first person to come into that vast land, he controls the land. If another settlement comes to meet the elder that controls the land, now the elder would give him a portion of the land to say, okay, you settle on this part. And then you have to bring a throne that signifies that you have established. Okay. So the subject here is the throne energy. The throne energy is not just a single energy that is manufactured by a man. Man do not manufacture the throne energy. Okay? Why am I saying that? Yes, of course, physically, man would have to go into the forest, the deep forest, and would have to fast for a couple of days, or 30 days, 40 days, whatever it is, and would have to be led to a particular sacred tree. There are specific sacred trees that are used for the thrones. And then you would have to now carve out the throne, okay? After you've carved out the throne, now they have to do the necessary inquiries about the tree and the particular energy that decides to sit or inhabit the energy, the throne, okay? So after that, then you decide what name you would give to that particular throne, right? But the throne's energy is not necessarily attached to the name you are giving the throne. The throne's energy is attached to the realms that that particular tree descended from. So we have an account word called Swedru, right? The trees, they descend. Most of the sacred energies, most of the sacred trees, the powerful sacred trees, no human being plants them. Human beings don't plant these trees. You have to literally go and meet them because they descend from the dimensions. So the realms that that particular tree is descending from, the energy behind that realm is the energy that rules over that particular tree. Okay? And it's upon this tree that the throne energy is built upon. So for example, there's a verse in the scriptures, the Stool book, by the way. There's a verse in the scriptures that says, Isaiah 6:1 says what? In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord seated upon a throne, high and exalted. Where was the Lord? The Lord was seated upon the throne. What it means is that the energy of the throne is the Lord. And in the Revelations, it says what? And before the presence of God, right, there are 24 elders who are all seated on thrones. What it means is that the throne energy is not only something that was formed or functioned in this physical plane. What did God say? God said to the Israelites, why are they looking for a king? I am their king. God Yahweh, the God of the Bible, the God of Jews, right? I am their king. Why are they looking for a king? What it means is that the throne's establishment is something that is going beyond the foundations of the earth. So from the beginning, for God to become God, God had to be seated on the throne. And his energy would fill. And the establishment of his creation was on the foundations upon the throne that he sat on. And he's made the earth his footstool. He's sitting on the throne. What it means is that every single throne, every single tobojipi, every single nana akongwa, every single throne is connected directly to the throne of God, according to your beliefs, right? I'm using God here because most of you believe in God. The God, right? Most of you believe in God, Bible. Okay. So every single person that is connected to a village that has a throne is directly connected to the throne of God, because that throne that established your village is a representation of God himself. This is why if you want to make the Bible come alive, go to our palaces. You realize that there's not a single king that sits down without the entourage, without the right hand, nimfahine ni benkumhine, tufuhine, chidomhine. Yeah, there are so many elders that are constantly sitting around the throne. Why are they there? Because each elder is a representation of an aspect of the king. So every single throne on the face of the earth is a direct representation of an aspect of the creator. So therefore, if you are connected to a throne energy, and if you think because you are now religious, you are going to turn your back on the throne energy, I promise you, there is no power, there is no authority, there is no fasting, there is no God. Because every God that you can ever think of, the God of Islam, the God of Buddha, the God of Christian, the God of any God you can ever think of, is sitting on the throne. And every single throne is a representation of the throne of God. Thrones are not made by men. It is not a man-made energy. This is why it doesn't matter if you're a woman and you came on earth through a throne. Meaning, you see, the advantage and disadvantage. There are those who are connected to the village, which has a throne, but are not directly connected to the throne. Those ones you can run away with it. You can maneuver your way. But those ones that are connected to the throne, it doesn't matter what prayer. If you're a woman, you will struggle in marriage. If you're a woman and you have a throne, you will struggle in marriage. If you do whatever it takes to say, I'm holding on to my marriage, eventually, either the man or the woman will lose their finances. If you, by one way or the other, says, I'm putting my finances together, your children will suffer. Your children will become vagabonds. If by one way or the other, you are able to keep your children together, you are losing the man or the woman. If by one way you are able to keep the man, you are losing your children. The throne energy cannot be overridden by any power on earth. Even if you can go as far as you think you can go, the throne energy will do whatever it takes to bring you back. Because Before you came on earth, you went into a deal with the throne energy. You went into a negotiation with the throne energy, telling the throne energy that, you know what? No matter what it takes, I will honor you once I get to earth. You got to earth, you think you got exposed, and now all of a sudden, you think you are exposed, you've seen things. So therefore, the throne in your background, you don't cherish it. Why do you respect the king's throne in England? Our mentality is so sickening that they that had no idea kingship and copied our kingship and tabled their kingship after our kingship, all of a sudden, you honor their kingship. And we that taught them what it means to be a king, the throne behind your background, you don't honor that throne. And you think you will go scot-free. Listen, you can make all the money in the world. If you have a throne energy behind you, and you don't go back to honor that throne, you will lose all the money, market anywhere. You can be the most exposed scientist, the most exposed what? Something is going to happen to you that would cause you to go back to your throne and bow and honor. Why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video because I don't want you to wait till that time. The throne is a representation of God himself. A representation of God himself. I want people who speak anyhow against the energies in your background, they will not forgive you. I'm begging you. If you don't have any understanding at all, never speak against those energies in your background. Don't speak against things you don't understand. Don't use data. Don't buy 2 cedi data, 5 cedi data, and come and talk about things you don't understand. You will pay for it. Mark my words anywhere. You can dishonor and disrespect anything at all. I'm begging you. Never try a throne energy. Don't try it. Even if you are too afraid to go there, at least call somebody from your background and say, oh, Nana, oh, Ebusia Penny, oh, something. Can you pour libation and honor me? Because whether you like it or not, every time they pour libation from that background on that throne, they mention your name. That is what makes it deadly. Every time they speak about your genealogy, you think you are the one talking about your genealogy. No, it's not you. When you read your Bible, it says, and this is the son of this, and genealogy of this, and genealogy of this, and genealogy of this. You don't think you have your own records of genealogies that you are coming from. Every time they pour libation to the throne, they are mentioning, oh, Nana also Pong, Nana Kojo, Nana Kobremisa, Nana da. Oh, talk da. Oh, talk da. Every time they are mentioning those things, they are recalling the genealogy. They are calling all the genetic models that have the same identity back together, back to the throne. Say, we are all tied to this throne. And as we pour this libation, and as we mention, let all the names, let all the names that are connected to this throne find their way home. Travel anywhere. When they pour the libation and say, let every single person connected to this throne find their way home. I don't care where you are. You will eventually come back. That's why I'm doing this video. No, if not anything, research into your own life. Go back to your background. Find out if perhaps there's a throne energy in your background. And if there is, run. Don't stand there. Run and go and honor that energy. Because if you don't go in time, that energy is coming. I know people who sat in billions. I know people who had money. I know people who commanded governments. And when that time came for the throne to collect back what they gave them, no more. Don't wait for it to happen to you. Find out about the backgrounds you are coming from. And if there is a throne energy, connect. Like most of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, a lot of things happen in their families and they don't know why. This family is this family. Because they are connected to thrones that they do not know. The thrones do not forget. They cannot forget. Because every time, so long as there's somebody pouring libation, the energy, so long as there's somebody pouring libation, the energy will come for you. Listen, I don't want to take much of your time. Our call center is ready to assist you any day, anytime, any hour. The numbers is on our DPs. Just go. Get the numbers, call our call center, and we will help you. Not just us, but look for any proper spiritual home. Proper people that will be genuine with you, and let them help you find your background. Investigate into your background. But of course, if you have nowhere to go, you are definitely welcome to Mekra, and we are here to serve you. I'll see you in the next video.